Hi guys, welcome to the construction site on Wednesday. It's been a nice long weekend. We took a vacation with my family. We went to visit the in-laws. It was a very nice time. And today when I arrived, the first thing I did, I went to check on the septic tank, and of course it had a failure. It got crushed inside a little bit, not a critical one, but I left it for the weekend, and between the boards the water seeped in and pushed on the sides of the tank, so it made it a bit smaller. And now I've been fighting it with it all morning. I poured water into the tank, filled it to the top, and it's slowly regaining its size. I dug a little hole next to the tank and pumping water out of it. But that's not really a solution, because if we get a septic truck to pull out the waste from the tank, the same thing will happen. It will get pushed on again. So this is a very short-term solution, but maybe it will work for a while. We have to discuss with my wife. We won't invest in a concrete tank. The problem here on our land is that we have a very high water level, about a meter or so, and maybe I put this tank too deep into the ground. So yeah, not the best, but we'll find a way out of the situation, and you'll get to know how we solve the problem. And now I'm going to go out and pick up some connectors for the water pipe, and we're going to run water to the summer house. Alright, so here we are at the pump. This is our water source. We have a filter, a string filter, just to filter out the dirt from the water from the well on it. And it has a 1-inch thread. So I bought this PE pipe that is 1-inch internal diameter, and that is 32 millimeters outer diameter, so that we can connect it to the pump with this quick attachment connectors. I got a 90-degree that will go from the pipe buried in the ground up, and then another 90 degrees that will thread onto these threads on the pump. And it also has a quick attach that will attach to a pipe. So this is going to be the setup, and then about 55-60 meters of pipe up to the house, and then something similar to connect the house to the water line. So to make sure this connection is watertight, we are going to use some Teflon tape. This is pretty good stuff for sealing up threads if there's no O-rings on the connections. This just goes a couple of times around the threads. Nothing super complicated about it. My plumber used some threads or some fabric like stuff to seal up these connections, but Teflon tape will do us fine. That's about it. It rips easily. So now let's try to screw this on. And inside over here, there's just some pressure fittings that the PE pipe will go into. So we'll leave them for now like they are. We'll take care of that in a moment. And first we're going to thread this guy on. And when you're putting Teflon tape, you want to go the same direction as you're going to be threading, otherwise the whole thing will unwind. And this is pretty good. Okay, I don't know if I want to go one more turn. It's pretty snug already and I want to risk having this pointing upwards. This should be fine unless it starts leaking, but I don't think it will. Alright, so I got a piece of the pipe cut here, about the right size, and we're going to try to mount this thing over here. So this piece goes first, then the white ring, then this black ring, then the O-ring, a rubber O-ring, and then we can fit it in to here. Get this black part up, then the white part, and then this, and screw it tightly. And I think hand tight is tight enough. And yeah, this will go in the ground. This piece is going to be sticking out. I guess I need to cut it a bit more, somewhere around here, and yeah, that will be good. And this pipe, you can flex it so that it is more straight than it came out from the roll. You can bend it, twist it, and it should keep its shape more or less. Alright, so here we go. We're going to fit the second pipe, the second end of the pipe. It's just a very similar thing. Got this going here. So first goes the big connector, then the small tightening ring, then the black one facing up, the O-ring, and we're going to fit it all the way in here. This black piece is going to tighten the O-ring, then the white part, and then the screw-on threads. There we go. Finger tight. And now our 60 or so meters of pipe will connect to this and run straight to the house without any other connectors. Next connector at the house. Alright guys, we are back at the summer house to work on the other end of the water pipe system, and there's an inlet for the pipe on this end, so I'm going to make a reduction here. I bought some metal pipes. I'm going to extend the installation to extend outside. There's a T-joint that will connect to the pipe, and then there's going to be a little ball valve on the bottom so we can drain water from the pipe and blowing some air through it for the winter. I doubt I'll be able to get any consistent drop on this pipe, so that won't be a possibility for it to drain itself. And also it's going to be very shallow, so if there's any frost it will blow the water will turn to ice and it will blow the pipe, so that will be a big loss. So instead we're going to, for the winter time, just blow out the water from the pipe with some compressed air, and that should do the trick. So I'm going to dig a little bit here to get better access to the inlet so I can put the whole thing together. Alright guys, so this is the general idea. This will be connected to the water pipes in the bathroom to extend beneath the floor, and then onto this there will be a T connected, and this T basically will accept the quick connector for the water pipe. That 32mm blue water pipe will go on here. It's a 1 inch to 1/2 inch reduction, and then on the bottom just a ball valve to let the water out, or this is one side of the system over here on the top there's another ball valve that controls the inlet to the house. So if you want to run the water out of the heater and the installation, you do it through these two valves, and then you close the top one, open the bottom one, and blow the water out of the pipe that is buried underground. So I have to get some Teflon action going on these so that it all stays nice and watertight and we won't have any leaks and problems. Let's give this a shot. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we got the ball valve installed. It runs pretty smooth. If you ever wondered why a ball valve is a ball valve, because there's like a ball inside that is cut. Let's try this. That piece goes outside and this piece should thread right in here. This one is going to hold on to this, and then this guy is going to turn that pipe. I think we've done enough. Alright, there we go. That is our pipe. So now I'll try to get our valve in there. Let's just dig a little hole. Should I go this way? Yeah. Alright. Okay. Perfect. Oh wow, that's perfect. I feel like Mario the Plumber. You don't know the game? Check it out. Pum, 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 pum. That's my childhood. Even wearing red. Alright guys, it's time to get the water pipe connected. It's always a good idea to test before you bury something. So I just got the water running through the pipe. The pressure is pretty nice. Really good for a 1-inch pipe. And the pump is keeping up okay. So, very good. Alright guys, I'm trying to make sure that the water pipe is on top of the electric cable in case someone ever needs to dig for this pipe. They'll hit the pipe first and not the electric cable. And yeah, I will mark this location on our map so that we can easily find this later and we don't forget where it's been put. We got a map in AutoCAD from our land surveyors, and everything that we put in the ground we mark on the map, like the land drainage systems and this installations and the pipes for the telecom. Everything is going on that map so that if we ever forget where something is placed, it's just a quick reference and we're good. So I bought a little bit too much pipe, maybe 10 meters too much, but it's better to have a little bit extra than too little. And I'm going to cut it now and connect it to our connection point under the house, and maybe we can get the water flowing today. Once you pierce the pipe, you can just break it off. Breaks off easily once it's damaged, then you can clean the ends nicely. It's hard to pierce the pipe at first, but once you get through, and then you can cut around. Once you get your knife inside, then it's easy to cut around. You can just break it off at the end, like when you're halfway through cutting, halfway around cutting, you can break it off in half. That works nicely. Alright guys, it's time to install our pipe. There's some water coming out of it. That's nice. So I'm going to take off this collar and the insides, and we're going to stack everything onto the pipe again. I might have cut the pipe a bit too long, but that's not an issue for us. This O-ring has to go inside, then this black push thing, and then retaining clip, and we can screw on the connector and everything will get very tight. And I want to get this nice and tight and not risk some flooding or something. Okay, there we go. Now we can try it out. Right guys, I turned on the pressure on the water pipe and we're going to check this. I already checked, I know it works. So there you go, the release valve from the bottom. You can see the water flowing here. It's nice and warm from the sun. It was standing in the pipe for a while. Now let's go see inside the bathroom. The moment of truth. I put this faucet on and let's turn the water. Okay, you can hear this started to fill up and there's running water. Let's see if we can get some hot water, because as you can see the electricity is on also. So I'm going to plug this in for the first time. Let's hope it doesn't explode. Okay, the red light is on. The temperature here is I don't know, at 1. Let's see, what does this say? Min, max. Oh, this is probably the temperature we want. So this is probably the temperature setting. If we go to min, the light goes off, that means it's not heating. But let's put it somewhere 3/4 way. You can always adjust it. Really cool. This is like a 50-liter container, I think. Let's see. Yeah, it says 50 on here, 50 liters. Really good. Let me get all of this sorted and I'll give you an update. Alright guys, this is rather not good. There's a leak here, probably coming from underneath the shower. There's water here and that's very not good, because I have no idea how to get under this shower to check what's going on. And the floor is all wet. So what we're going to do is turn the water heater off for now. Get the water pumped out of the system and call the guys that built this so they can come and fix it. So I shut off the valve on the pump, and now we're going to use our nifty ball valve under here to release all the water, so that if it's supposed to be leaking, it will leak less. So the whole heater will release the water, and yeah, hopefully most of the pipes do. So if there's any leak, it will be minor. I just called the manufacturer of the container, and he's gonna get some crew together to come and take a look at all the issues we found. There's the issue with the water leaking, and there's an issue with the lights not working in the main room, and yeah, that might be some electrical fault or something. But all in all, it's pretty cool, and I hope to get the issue solved soon so that we can move in. Alright, thank you guys very much for watching this episode. I hope to see you next time. Bye.